Welcome to Sports Talk in the Man Cave. We're back once again after week 1 of the NFL. Man, I am so excited. What are you all angry at? And what's going on?
Well, wait. We were just making our serious face.
Okay, got it. The game face.
Game face.
All right. So week 1 was exciting. We were at the Cowboys Stadium watching the Cowboys win impressively. There's a couple things from that game. We noticed 2 things. The Frederick and Witten were back for the first time in 1 year, and it looks like they played pretty good. What do y'all think about that?
They held Witten out a lot in a lot of plays. He got his playing time. He got his touchdown. He looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good. Like I had said before, he gets open, but after the catch is what really counts. The touchdown, he was on the run, and the guy was chasing, and that he got his touchdown. So that was a good thing. But I think he had another catch where after the catch he only made like 3-4 yards because they were right on him. So
I think one thing that stood out from that game was 1, the play calling,
Yeah.
and then 2, Dak Prescott played well. Now, of course, looking at who they played against, you have to take that into consideration. But he did what he was supposed to do, and he played well.
He played well.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. I thought the play calling was very good. It was a lot different than what we're used to seeing from Linehan, right?
Yeah,
And
it was different. You could tell it was different.
Yeah, I think that it had more. What's it called? He never did any stop. Any plays that would stop the momentum.
it seems as if the plays were called at the right time.
Right.
It was the right play for the situation.
Third downs got made.
Third downs got made. Good
I
calls.
think the
for third
opening
down.
drive was.
They were always in good third down situations, though.
Yeah.
So
It seems as if the plays were called at the right time.
Right.
It was the right play for the situation.
Third downs got made.
Third downs got made. Good
I
calls.
think the
for third
opening
down.
drive was.
they were always in good third down situations, though.
Yeah.
So
No, I think the replacement for Cole Beasley was awesome.
Yeah.
Cobb
Cobb.
well,
Bob
let's be
Great.
honest. He's an upgrade. Everybody knows he's an upgrade.
He's an upgrade. Big time.
from Beasley.
As
he's
much
an
as
upgrade.
as much as Big denies
And we
him.
got him at a great discount also. I mean, Beasley got paid a lot of money compared to what we're paying Cobb.
And
Amazing.
and you know that Cobb and these other guys did good, but how about Gallup? Why did Gallup get have such
All
a
right,
big
guys.
night?
All right. Good
No,
job,
why did
guys.
no.
He had
I'm
such a
serious,
great night.
he had a great
He had
night.
a great night because the secondary was spread, covering so many weapons.
Exactly.
One, and he's pretty talented. He has speed, and he can catch the long ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been saying it.
Both of you have been annoying.
Yeah. Well, just because I've been following their camp, and I know that they said that he was the best player coming out of camp. That his route running was crisp, and he was catching everything inside, and he was just he just stood out.
Amazing.
He did.
You know.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did, and having those big names around him really helps him.
Yeah, I think the offensive line did a great job of protecting Dak, having the time to throw the ball, so he didn't have to be under pressure.
You see, the thing is about that. A lot of the throws were under 7 yards, so it doesn't take much blocking to block for 2 seconds.
Right.
So I think that's part of the play call.
Yeah. That is.
And talking about the line, what did you all think about the run block? I don't think it was really there.
It wasn't.
It wasn't there. The run block wasn't there. I think they weren't doing more of that zone blocking. They didn't do too much of that zone blocking
Right.
where they could pick. It was they running straight into the line.
I think it was a combination. Maybe they were playing the run a little bit more. They were bringing the safeties up a little bit, and at the same time, I think that Zeke was just he's still in Cabo shape, not in Dallas Cowboy shape.
They didn't give him the ball that much. They didn't feed Zeke.
Yeah.
They gave him the ball 13 times for 52
They,
yards.
For him, that's
they
nothing.
didn't need to.
No, they didn't need to. They didn't have to. But they threw the ball a lot more than what we're used to seeing. He
Right.
threw the ball 32 times. He was 25 of
Yeah.
32.
Yeah.
And they threw the ball 32 times. And they probably ran the ball about 25 times if Pollard got 12 carries or so.
The game overall exciting. I think we all can agree that they played great. Defense played good. They stopped them when they had to.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more out of Jalen Smith. I think I expected more. The Wolf Hunter really stood out, right? He just popped out.
He was
right?
everywhere.
He just
He
popped
was
out.
everywhere. I mean,
yeah.
Every
And-
picture we took, he was in that shot.
And I think that Jalen Smith was burned a couple of times by Ingram, the tight end from the Giants. I mean, he had a huge game.
Huge game, and he was a primary defender.
Yeah. So
So they definitely got something to work on.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. They do. They could get better.
So there's a few other stories on there, but do y'all guys want to go to the picks first?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do the picks.
So
Well, can we tell them how we did last week?
yeah, last week
Okay.
we did pretty good. 11 wins.
11 wins. Woo-hoo.
10.
We got 10 wins. 10 wins.
And I picked against the spread, so no, I'm kidding. I lost spread square. I think I got what, 6, 7 wins.
We got 7 wins.
7 wins.
Seven
wins.
7 wins. Alright.
So
Bounce back.
not bad for not knowing what was going on, and not bad for me picking the Dolphins. So
That's true. That was a given, and you would have been tight.
No, and I expect, and I don't expect to win every week. I think.
Should we tell them about the wager we're doing? How it's going to work?
Look,
I think we're putting what is it, $1 for every.
Yeah.
$1 for every loss.
Every loss per week, we're putting in $1. At the end of the season, best record gets the dollars, like a stripper.
And then it'll go and it'll get donated to. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, we'll do a
to the
donation
man
for that.
cave
We'll do
donation.
Donation. That's to purchase items, which we need to do anyway. All right, so let's go to the picks. Thursday night, Bucks at the Panthers.
Anybody want to start? Me?
Carlos.
I think it's an obvious pick. I think this is one of the obvious ones. I don't like the Bucks. I don't like their quarterback situation, and I don't like their running game situation. That's terrible. I have to go with the Panthers. And the Panthers didn't play too bad.
They didn't play too bad. They actually did all right. So I'm going with the Panthers as well.
Yeah, I'm going with the Panthers also. They actually they were right there till the end, and I think Cam Newton looks a little bit more healthier than we thought he was, and they have more weapons than the Bucks overall.
I think that's a sweep. Panthers will take that one.
Yep.
Sunday, let's start with the biggest game ever: Cowboys at the Redskins.
Cowboys at Redskins.
That one's obvious.
It's
That's obvious.
it's not
Well-
it's not obvious. You know that the Redskins started off 20-0 against the Eagles.
Right.
So we know that they can score.
But
The Eagles must have adjusted very well at halftime because they came
but
back.
is it not? Is it? You think some people will take the Redskins over the Cowboys?
Looking
at the Cowboys'
picking with the spread, I think they're
No,
5.5.
we're not talking about that. I'm talking
spread.
we're not talking about
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think picking with the spread, I think a lot of people will
Well,
because they're going up to Washington.
straight up.
But the
who's gonna
way
win the game?
I'm going with my Cowboys.
I think
Thank you.
but I think I need a normal person. Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm picking the Cowboys.
Cowboys and Eagles, man. Yeah, I think I'm not very good at picking against spread. 49ers at the Bengals.
That's gonna be a good one.
Chale.
The Bengals played well.
Yeah, this is one of the
Bengals
games that I'm stuck on. I really
So you're not
I
choosing
don't
until right
know.
now, or you haven't thought about it?
so this is one of the games that I'm stuck on. So I believe I'll wait till Carlos picks.
Look, this is actually a tough one. They both played well last week, but I'm sticking with Jimmy G again. So San Francisco.
I think they're favored by 4, 2.5 or 4. I don't know that game, but it's sort of like 2.5 or 4. But I think I have to go against the grain there. I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm kicking the Bengals too. I'm still not. I think the jury is still out on Jimmy the Freak, or Jimmy G, whatever you want to call him. I think that the Bengals played pretty good, and I just I think they're gonna pull this one out.
I agree with you. I think San Francisco had 2 defensive touchdowns.
And
which is
and
what
you-
they won by, basically.
Yeah, you have to see that they lost to the Seahawks by 1. The Bengals lost to the Seahawks by 1, 20-21, which was a game that I think all of us just said Seahawks, and so they played pretty good. So
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with the Bengals.
Next one's gonna be a good game. Chargers at the Lions.
I like the Chargers. I mean, I don't even think there's a question of that one. The Lions, I think they tied with Arizona. Those just 2 bad teams tying, I think.
I agree.
I think that both teams were disappointing this past week. I think that the Chargers were very disappointing having to win in OT, and the Lions, well, I don't know.
I think the Chargers.
The Lions had that tie with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Yeah,
I'm taking
I
the
think
Chargers.
Clean sweep. Everybody picked the Chargers on that one too. Oh, good game coming up. Vikings at the Packers.
I'll take the Packers at home.
That's a
I'll
good
take the
one.
Packers at home, and
I think
just
I agree with that. The only reason I would take the Packers is because they're at home. Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I just think they're more.
wait. The Packers are playing. Who are
the
they
Vikings,
playing?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Vikings.
Yeah, the
Vikings at Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers at home.
Yeah.
No, my pick is the Vikings.
I picked the Vikings also. They look good.
Yeah.
I think I don't think Green Bay looked very good.
They
I
did
mean,
look
Their
good.
defense
They
looked
went
okay.
up against the Bears defense.
True.
But the Vikings defense is pretty good too. But I think Aaron Rodgers at home, I think his second game is going to be a lot better than his first game.
Yeah, could be. Colts at the Titans.
I like the Colts. I think they're loaded. They just need a quarterback, but I think he's good enough to get this win. But they're pretty good. I mean, they hung right there with the Chargers without Andrew Luck. Which they'll never have again. But still, I like the Chargers. I like the Colts.
I was more disappointed with the Chargers and impressed by the Colts. So I'm taking the Titans.
I'm taking the Titans as well. I was impressed by the Titans. We all picked the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
They came out and destroyed them.
Yes, they did.
So I'm a little impressed right now by the Titans, and I'm taking them.
I'm picking the Titans as well. I did not think they were going to do that.
Either did I. They scored what, 41?
Dude, I don't
Right?
know.
They scored like 41, 43 points. I mean, yeah, it's.
Now this next game is going to be hard to pick. Patriots at the Dolphins.
Híjole. Well, I was.
skip it. I think we'll skip it.
Let me just write down who you're
I
picking.
mean, if
on
anybody
it.
takes the Dolphins, they should just discredit you right now.
Yeah.
I'll never again pick the Dolphins.
So we're all the
This
Patriots
year.
on that one.
So I'm
Yeah.
Patriots all the way around.
Patriots.
all the way.
Book it.
Bills at the Giants.
Well, that's the one that was bothering you, right? I
Yeah.
think, look, we saw the Giants. I think we know how terrible they are.
Yeah.
The Giants are terrible. All they can do
I think
is run the ball
Eli
and
did
throw
a
it
pretty
to
good job. And their little running back, which I don't know how to say his name because you always correct me.
Saquon Barkley, not Shaquan.
That Shaquan guy is awesome.
Saquon Barkley. He's the
So
only.
Saquon,
He's the only bright spot. Even though Eli didn't play bad, he didn't play good.
I know, and they gave him some protection.
Yeah.
They gave him some protection. They weren't on him, so I think his line is gonna be all right.
But then again, the Cowboys didn't blitz much, man. So
But even front
base
four,
package.
even front four.
So who are you taking?
So
It's because we're going.
was I already said who I'm taking? I already said.
The Giants,
who are you taking, man?
I'm taking the Bills.
the Bills.
I'm taking the Bills too.
I'm taking the Bills.
I'm gonna go against. I'm gonna take the Giants.
I was gonna do that, but
Yeah.
I'm still.
Yeah,
That's the conservative pick.
I think they played all right.
Seahawks at the Steelers. That's a hard one for me, man.
I don't know the way the Steelers played.
Yeah.
I don't think that's too hard.
But are they gonna play two in a row that
And,
bad?
yeah, and that's why I'm gonna.
Okay, so who are you all
That's
gonna
why.
pick?
That's why I'm gonna take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not like
Yeah.
Seahawks.
Okay.
Very sensitive here.
Nomás a mí, pero acá pues
Oh man.
Okay.
Who's on top? Who are you?
Okay, we haven't picked anything.
Seahawks.
You're picking Seahawks? Gilbert.
I'm gonna take opposite of him. Declaring like the tone of voice.
No me grites.
What are they playing?
Steelers.
Steelers. I'm gonna take the Steelers. Bounce back.
Yeah,
they got whipped too bad. If they have any pride, if they have any type of self.
I think that was a lot more than pride, man.
Yeah, and that's why I think I'm taking the Steelers.
I'm taking Seahawks.
Seahawks.
And I took the Seahawks as well.
Seahawks gonna run all over.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers. Roethlisberger has to bounce back. Cardinals at the Ravens. You want me to just write Ravens?
Book it, Ravens.
Ravens.
Dude, how did they score that much?
Jackson.
They got into the end zone.
They picked the Dolphins.
That's how they did.
That's how they should. Yeah.
They picked the Dolphins.
They played the Dolphins.
Here, man.
They played the
I think
Dolphins.
Alabama will probably be the Dolphins.
Nah,
Well,
don't be disrespectful.
To Alabama.
Okay, Clemson.
Alabama, that's right.
Jaguars at the Texans. Ooh.
That's gonna be good. Except Jaguars starting quarterback is injured. He's out for the season.
That's why I like the Texans.
Texans.
I'm going with the Texans.
Texans. We're all going with Texans.
I'm going with the Texans.
David?
Everybody's Texans? Yeah.
Everybody's Texans.
Everybody's Texans. Because we are from Texas.
They played real good against that Saints team.
So, yeah. You know, we did really bad in fantasy football.
Yeah.
You all did bad.
Okay.
I won.
So who are you gonna pick?
Next game, Chiefs at the Raiders.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I think the Raiders played a team that I wasn't impressed by, which is the Broncos. I wasn't impressed by them at all. So
Lack of weapons for the Broncos.
I'm taking KC.
That's the only reason Oakland won. I'm taking KC.
I'm taking the Chiefs, but I was impressed with.
Under protest.
You were impressed with Oakland?
Yeah, I thought they looked a lot better than what I thought they would look.
Well, it's because
they did good. Yeah.
they were able to score, but I think their defense was just going up against an offense without weapons. You know, Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I think.
So are we all going with the Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Cool.
Chiefs.
Cool. Yeah.
Chiefs.
Except for you.
Everyone
Chiefs.
goes for
He
Chiefs.
won a Super Bowl, man.
This is gonna be a bounce back game for somebody. Bears at the Broncos.
Taking the Bears.
Mitchell Trubisky, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I just.
I'm taking the Bears.
I'm
taking the Bears.
I'm taking the Bears despite their quarterback.
No.
I'm taking
No,
the
well,
Bears.
he's playing the Broncos. How's the Bronco defense?
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good, but
Okay,
I believe in
so-
him.
Really, they're good.
He's gonna have a bounce back game.
David Carr did pretty good, didn't he, against them?
David Carr.
David Carr. What was it?
David Carr is
Oh,
retired.
was that-
I was pretty
Derek,
disappointed with the Bears.
Yeah.
And this
Me too.
past week, I
That's
was
what I'm
very
thinking.
disappointed.
You were disappointed
with
because
the
he's your fantasy quarterback. Look, he's gonna come back.
Well, I'm taking the Bears.
I want you to write them.
I'm taking the
We're all
Bears.
taking the Bears,
I'm
right?
doubling down on
Bears,
Mitchell
Bears,
Trubisky.
Okay, this is another game of the week coming up right here, man. Saints at the Rams.
Good butt.
I'm taking the Rams.
Me too. Rams.
I'm taking the Rams. Home field advantage. Breeze doesn't play as well on away from the dome.
So who are you gonna take?
I'm taking the Rams.
Oh, okay.
I just said it first. I just wanted to explain
Which
myself.
one is to see?
Okay.
Next game, Eagles at the Falcons.
Oh, the Battle of the Birds.
Yeah, the Birds.
Eagles.
I'm already putting E's for everybody.
Yeah, sadly, Eagles.
Eagles, yeah. Browns, the awesome Browns versus the awesome Jets.
Oh,
You see, after last week,
After last
this is a
week-
question mark right here.
yeah.
Yeah, this is.
But
I don't know.
you know the Jets.
And the Browns played.
Taking the
Who was it
Browns,
last
dude.
week?
Screw it.
Who made them look bad?
Titans.
Titans, yeah.
The Titans. The Titans.
They
ripped
didn't
them.
Remember the
make them look bad.
Titans.
They make them look awful.
I'm taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns too, man.
Taking the Browns.
I'm taking the Browns. I don't think Baker Mayfield's inconsistent. Last week was his off week. This is gonna be his on
This
week.
is gonna be. You're taking the Browns,
Browns. Brownies.
Chale?
I'll give them one more week. I'm
Browns.
taking the Browns.
Browns. So we all picked the Browns also.
The Jets barely beat the Bills. That was 2021, right?
Yeah.
2021. That's not. So I'm taking the Browns.
It's gonna yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I think those are pretty good picks. There's a couple of other things that happened. What stood out from this week one for you, Carlos?
Main thing that stood out to me: the Titans. Are they the real deal? Are they not the real deal?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know yet, but they look like the real deal.
Well, what really stood out to me was all the blowouts. So many blowouts in the league. And as you were saying earlier, I think there's going to be a division from the good teams and the bad teams this year.
Yeah.
So that's what really stood out to me.
Yeah.
Go.
I'm going to go opposite of Carlos and go with more surprised with the Browns. Than the Titans. The Titans. I mean, I still think that Mariota is inconsistent. But going back to the Browns, they drank their own Kool-Aid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they came out and they were like thumping their own chest pretty much all week. Played with a $350,000 watch, and they just came out and they got punched in the mouth. And I think that there was a reality check for them.
I think we're gonna find out this week.
Do you
Is it
think,
the Browns
do
or
you
the
think they'll learn
Titans?
from that?
Well, I think that's why I'm choosing them because I think that they, like I said, let's see how they get up from that punch in the mouth.
Definitely. And what do y'all think about
Wait,
guys?
what's your
did you do
surprise?
pick?
Oh, my
Yeah,
surprise
yeah.
of the week. My surprise of the week was the traffic coming down from Dallas.
my God.
Oh, man, no.
What
That was terrible.
I was asleep.
Some guys sleep on the road,
I don't know what traffic is talking about.
but we were stalled for like
We were
30
stalled for like-
minutes or more.
In two different occasions.
In two different
Yeah,
areas.
Man, that was
Because they decide to fix the 2 lanes of the highway coming
And-
back and 1 lane. And
Now-
that was terrible.
Now there was a couple. Odell played with a watch. Kamara played with a chain. Right?
Big chain.
What do y'all think about that?
hope somebody snatches his.
It's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. As like
It's not new. It's new to play. I don't think anybody's ever played with a watch before.
No,
with
not-
a watch, probably not.
I
With
think
a watch.
they said one of the punters a long time ago.
A
They-
punter, but
he
okay.
did it check his hang time.
And
No, really, true story. Yeah,
That's too funny.
yeah. Reggie Roby, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just got some
Yeah.
news here.
What?
I just got some news here, but
Okay.
we'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's just
Okay.
kind of important.
Breaking news. Okay.
Okay. And
Which
the
one?
other story is Antonio
I-
Brown, man. What do you how do you think he's gonna do this year?
Okay, the news I got right now. I guess we're talking about right now.
Uh huh.
He's been accused of rape by a former trainer. They filed a lawsuit against him.
Oh.
So that's the news right now. So how do I think he's gonna do? He might not be playing.
He may not be playing.
Yeah.
Suspension
Yeah.
coming up.
The majority, if y'all notice, the majority of these wide receivers that go to the Patriots, they take more than a year to learn that offense. I mean, the offense is a little bit different than most because they have to react to what the defense is doing. They don't just have a play call. So I think that
Randy Moss didn't take a year.
It's gonna take him some time. But look at Chad Ochocinco. I mean, he
Well,
never
he's a
learned the
different.
offense.
Everybody's
And
a
then
different
let me
story.
ask one
The guy
question.
George said also the guy it's taken him like 2 years. The guy they got from Indianapolis. It's taken him about 2 years. He's finally playing good. with
What do you
them.
mean? What do you mean learn the offense? Like seriously, for a receiver, it's like go run a rail, go run a hook, go run this, go run that.
Yeah, but I think
And-
it's not a numbers offense. Like I think this one's more.
You think like the terminology?
right?
I don't know if you all would want to touch on anything, but do you think that there was any collaboration between
Definitely.
the Patriots and AB trying to get out of the
Definitely.
Raiders?
I think so.
Uh,
And now this charge here, that's
gonna be a
awful.
bigger
No,
deal.
I don't think anybody saw that coming. But he gets money and then suddenly.
Yeah, I mean he hoodwinked the Raiders. I mean he hoodwinked them. I mean, Gruden, I feel bad for Gruden. He still got his neck for him. They lost a 3rd round pick. They rented him out for the offseason. Sold a couple of jerseys and and like I said, he just kind of like represented somebody that he wasn't.
Wow. Amazing, man.
You know?
Crazy.
now he's gonna be the scholar, gentleman.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
But,
not after that. Not after the news
yeah,
got
sounds
his
like
guy.
good.
I
That's
mean,
bad.
he's out of chances. If he doesn't work here, I mean, I think he's gone forever.
Yeah. One last thing, I guess. Well, when we were at the game and they were tailgating, we talked to a few the families there, the Piazzas that actually came down from New York to watch the Giants lose. Unfortunately for them,
Long ride home.
long ride home, man, definitely. But that was very nice of those guys to actually give us their conversation. Unfortunately, the audio was not that great with the wind, but
But thank you.
basically they just went with their hearts, basically.
And we went with another
Giant
family
fans.
and friends that were also very kind, and
They were great, man.
Um,
Yes.
the young lady was a little shy once the camera got a little closer to her, but it was good.
Yeah, and they had a lot of food cooking back there also, man. It was
Oh,
amazing. It was pretty cool. So thank you guys for doing that. Hopefully we'll be back, hopefully for the Rams game over there. Maybe we'll talk to a few more families or something like that. That'll be great. Any other comments that you all have for week 1, wrapping up and going into week 2?
That's it. Let's put our
That's
dollars
it,
in.
guys.
I think it's a lot more difficult this week to pick, but
All right.
Guys,
we'll see you all.
We'll see you next time, man.
See y'all.